Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video, we are going to understand how to send automated WhatsApp message to WebinarKit registrants. So are you also using WebinarKit for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So over here, I'm doing the same and I wish that as soon as a new registration is made in my WebinarKit, an automated WhatsApp message should be sent to my registrant. For this, we are going to create a connection between WebinarKit and WhatsApp. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So if you also wish to learn this process step by step, then let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video, we are going to learn how to send automated WhatsApp messages to WebinarKit registrants. So to do this, I've already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we'll open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here. And now it is opening my dashboard. And to start with the automation, we are going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as send automated WhatsApp message to WebinarKit registrants, and then we are going to click on create. And now it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. By this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now I'm going to select my trigger application which is WebinarKit because I want that as soon as a new registrant is submitted in my WebinarKit, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to select it. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select it as new webinar registration. And now it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this URL in order to create a connection between our WebinarKit account and our Pabbly's workflow. So first I'm going to copy this URL and then I'm going to open my WebinarKit account. And over here you can see that this is my account and I've already logged in it. So it is always advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. It makes the procedure easy. So now after logging it, you can see in the help desk it is saying log into your WebinarKit account. Click on edit webinar, navigate to webhook. So I'm going to open my webinar account again, and from here I'm going to create this automation for this webinar which is Pabbly webinar. So over here you can see that this drop down, so I'm going to click on this and then we are going to go on edit webinar, and over here we are going to go on others. And then we are going to scroll and select webhooks right over here. So I'm going to scroll it. And over here you can see webinar integrations webhook. So I'm going to open this and now it is asking me for the registration webhook URL. So I'm going to paste the URL we copied from our workflow. So now after pasting this webhook URL, we are going to again scroll and then we are going to click on save. So here you can see save. So I'm going to click on this. And yes, you can see that we have successfully updated our webinar. This means that we have successfully added our webhook URL. So now after adding our webhook URL, I'm going to do a test submission so that I can capture the response. So to do the test submission, I'm going to open the form, which is the registration form. So to open the registration form, I'm going to go on dashboard. And from here, we are going to go on get links. And this is the registration link. So I'm going to open this link. And over here, you can see that this is the registration link. So I'm going to do a test submission for Thursday. First name as demo, last name as user, email as demo@pabblytudes.com, and this is the phone number. So this is the demo details, and now I'm going to click on register now. And yes, we have successfully completed our registration. So now I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response of my test submission or not. And yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response of our submission. Over here, you can see the details that we entered. Over here is the first name, the last name, the email. Over here, you can see the phone number, the country code, and also you you can see the time zone. So we are going to move on forward and check for date, and as you can see, we have the date too. So with this, our trigger step is successful, and now we are moving on to our action step. So first, for our action application, we are going to add date time formatter, which is a feature by Pabbly, because I want to format the date in my desired format. And now for the action event, I'm going to select it as format date with time zone, and then we are going to click on connect. And now you can see that it is asking me for the date I wish to format. So we are going to map it right over here. So mapping is a method by Pabbly, which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected WebinarKit as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our WebinarKit only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new webinar registration made. So if I'm going to enter the date manually, suppose 22nd June right over here, it will not change with every new webinar registration because this is a static information and I've entered it manually. But if I'm going to map it from the previous response, it will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here. So I'm going to search for date right over here, and as you can see, we have 3 dates. So I'm going to use this date ISO. So I'm going to map it, and now it is asking me for the from format. So I'm going to keep it as same. We are going to move on for the to format. So over here I'm going to select the format I wish to get the date in. So the to format would be this: date, month, year, hour, minutes and seconds. So I'm going to select it, and now it is asking me for the from time zone. So I'm going to select UTC time zone right over here because the date I selected is in UTC time zone. And for the to time zone, I'm going to select it as Asia Kolkata because I'm here in India. So I'm going to search for it, and then we are going to select it. And now after doing all of this, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received the desired date. Over here you can see 20th of June 2024, 9:30 p.m. So this was the same date we filled in the form. So yes, this action step is successful, which is date time formatter. And now I wish to send my registrant a WhatsApp message with the help of this same date. So I'm going to add another action step, and this time our action application would be WhatsApp Cloud API. So we are going to use this to send the WhatsApp message. So I'm going to search for WhatsApp Cloud API, and as you can see, the same, so I'm going to select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as send template message, and then we are going to click on connect. And as you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your WhatsApp Cloud API account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection. And now it is asking me for the token, the phone number ID and the WhatsApp business account ID. So to get all this, you have to create an API setup. And if you wish to learn how to create a new API setup, we are going to go on this hyperlink, which is learn more. So I'm going to open this link, and over here you can see that we have attached the video of the complete WhatsApp Cloud API setup, and over here is the video of the permanent token too. So over here I'm going to open my API setup, which I've already created, and as you can see that this is my API setup. Over here you can see the temporary access token, the phone number ID and the WhatsApp business account ID. So I'm going to use these details only, but if you wish to generate a permanent access token, you can check out this video attached right over here in the hyperlink. So now I'm going to copy all of these details, and then I'm going to paste it in my workflow. And now after pasting all of these details, I'm going to click on save. And yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our WhatsApp Cloud API account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the template name. So to let you know this, again, I'm going to open my Cloud API setup. And over here, you can see to create your own message template, click here. So we are going to click on this hyperlink. And over here, it is opening my WhatsApp managers. And over here, you can see all the message templates that I've created. So I'm going to use one from this only, which is webinar reminder. If you wish, you can create a new template by clicking on create template right over here. So I'm going to use this webinar reminder. So I'm going to search for same in the template name in my workflow. So I'm going to search for webinar reminder, and as you can see the same, so I'm going to select it. And as you can see that as soon as I changed the template name, Pabbly automatically detected the language code and the template ID. So we don't have to change this. We are directly going to move on forward. It is asking me for the recipient mobile number. So I'm going to map it. So I'm going to search for phone right over here. And as you can see the phone number of our registrant. So I'm going to map it. And now it is asking me for the body field 1 and body field 2. So to let you know this, I'm going to open my template right over here. So I'll let you know what does body field 1 and body field 2 means with the help of this template. And as you can see that this is my template. Over here you can see that there's 1 and 2 in curly brackets. So these 1 and 2 are variables right over here, and this will change with every new message sent. So over here I wish that this 1 should be replaced with the name of my registrant, and this 2 should be replaced with the date of the webinar. So that's why I've kept it as variable, and the rest of the message should remain the same. So I'm going to map the variables right over here. So for the body field 1, example demo user, I'm going to map the name of the registrant. So I'm going to search for it. So I'm going to search for first right over here, and as you can see the first name, so I'm going to map it. And then we are going to search for last, and as you can see the last name, so again we are going to map it. So over here it has become now demo user. So this is the name of my registrant, and now it is asking me for the body field 2. So I'm going to map the date we got from the date time formatter result over here, you can see. So I'm going to map it, and now after mapping these details I'm going to click on save and send test request. But before clicking on save and send test request, I'll just replace the dummy phone number with my original phone number so that I can show you the response received and the message sent. So I'm going to replace it, and now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received the positive response that we have successfully sent a WhatsApp message. So I'm going to open my WhatsApp and check that if we have received the WhatsApp message or not. And yes, you can see that we have received the new message, reminder upcoming webinar. Hi demo user. So this is the name that we mapped. This is a reminder from Pabbly about the upcoming webinar, or know about automation on the date and the time which we mapped. And over here you can see the rest of the message. And yes, with this our workflow is successful, and I'll just test the workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So I'm going to open my form, and over here I'm going to do another test submission, but I'm going to change the date as Wednesday this time. So it has become 16th of June, and over here is the time. And now I want the rest of the details to be first name as test, last name as user. Over here you can see the email testuser@pabblytunes.com, and this is the phone number. So after entering all the details, I'm going to click on register now. And yes, you can see that we have successfully registered this. So this means that WebinarKit has sent the details of our submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further sent a new WhatsApp message to our registrant. So I'm going to open the WhatsApp and check that if we have received the new WhatsApp message or not. And this time we are not opening our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my WhatsApp, and yes, you can see that we have received a new message. Over here you can see the date and the name has been changed. Over here is 19th of June, and over here it was 20th of June, and the name is test user right over here, but it was demo user in the first message. So yes, our workflow is successful. It is working in real time too. So I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For our trigger application, we selected WebinarKit. For the trigger event, I selected new webinar registration. For the action application, we selected WhatsApp Cloud API, and then for the action event, I selected send template message. I also added an action step of date time formatter and format date with time zone because I wanted to format the date. So yes, we did this because I wanted that as soon as a new webinar registration is made, automatically the date should be formatted in my desired time zone, and a WhatsApp reminder message should be sent to my registrant. And over here you can see the two messages I sent during this video, one to demo user and the another one to test user. And over here you can see the dates also. One was 20th of June and second was 19th of June. So yes, our workflow is successful, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video, and for your reference I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.